Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're completely rewiring how you view your finances. We're going to expose the silent traps that keep high earners broke and, more importantly, hand you the exact tools you need to engineer lasting financial growth. It's all about adopting the builder persona. Let's get right into it.
So let's start by holding up a mirror for a second. Have you ever gotten a nice raise, maybe a year-end bonus, and you're pumped, right? But then, 6 months later, your bank account looks literally exactly the same. It's like the money just magically evaporated into inflation, or let's be real, a slightly nicer lifestyle. Look, if that sounds familiar, you are absolutely not alone. And here's the secret we uncovered in the research. You are experiencing a mechanical failure, not a personal one. The system's broken, not your intelligence or your discipline.
To fix that, we're walking through the builder's blueprint today. We've got 6 steps: the high income trap, adopting the builder persona, mastering your keep rate, defeating psychological traps, automating your wealth machine, and finally, the ultimate dividend, time. It's a step-by-step architectural plan to take you straight from financial fragility to total freedom.
Okay, let's kick things off with section 1, the high income trap, why your raise isn't saving you.
Society wrongly celebrates the visible stuff, the flashy cars, the expensive vacations, the giant houses, and it creates this incredibly dangerous blind spot. We optimize our entire careers to earn more and more money, but we have absolutely no strategy for what we actually keep. The sources define this as the high income trap, this false belief that simply getting a higher salary automatically solves your money problems. But income is really just potential. Think of it like water flowing through a pipe. If your bucket is just riddled with holes, while turning up the water pressure with a raise doesn't fill the bucket up any faster, it honestly just makes a bigger mess, way faster. Moving on to section 2, adopt the builder persona and rewire your financial thermostat. So to fix the bucket, we literally have to delete the scarcity software running in our brains. Look at the stark contrast here. The consumer mindset is always stressing, asking, oh, what can I cut? It views saving money as this prison of deprivation, relying completely on sheer, exhaustible willpower. But the builder persona? The builder asks, what can I design? They view savings not as a punishment, but as raw material for a massive construction project. It completely flips the script. It turns the pain of saving into the pride of construction, treating every retained dollar as capital deployed for your own financial growth. Which leads us to this absolute psychological punch from Morgan Housel. Savings is the gap between your ego and your income. Man, that hits hard, right? It's a huge reminder that once your basic survival needs are met, your savings rate is completely 100% controlled by your ego. It's your active, intentional refusal to let lifestyle creep just match your new paycheck. And that right there is the absolute core of the builder persona.
And that brings us to section 3, master your keep rate. This is literally the only metric that truly matters.
We've got to stop obsessing over gross income. Honestly, gross income is just a vanity metric for the tax man. We need to focus on your keep rate, the percentage of your net income that you actually hold on to and deploy for your own freedom. Think about it like this. If you earn $100,000 a year, but you spend $100,000 a year, your keep rate is exactly 0. You're just as wealthy as someone who earns absolutely nothing. Actually, scratch that. You might be in a worse spot because your bloated lifestyle requires massive, constant maintenance just to stay afloat. Now, to make sure your keep rate actually builds momentum without totally burning out your decision-making battery, you have to follow a strict order of operations. Step 1, build a safety buffer. Establish liquidity first. That way, when your car inevitably breaks down, you aren't forced to swipe a credit card. Step 2, ruthlessly destroy high-interest debt. Seriously, you absolutely cannot build lasting wealth while paying a bank 20% interest. It's impossible. And step 3, only after those two are done do you unleash your capital into baseline investing. Sticking to this strict sequence completely eliminates decision fatigue. All right, section 4, defeat the psychological traps. This is all about protecting your wealth from your own brain. Even with the perfect blueprint, our biological defaults are basically conspiring with this endless stream of marketing to drain our wealth before we even notice. It leads to fascinating illusions, like the man in the car paradox. Think about it. When someone drives past in a $100,000 car, you don't look at the driver and think, wow, I admire them. No, you look at the car and imagine yourself driving it. Wealth just becomes a mirror reflecting other people's desire to be liked. It's wild. Spending money to look rich is literally the fastest possible way to actually become poor. And hey, it's not just the flashy cars. It's what the sources call the silent thieves. Present bias makes you value today's fun way more than tomorrow's security. Hedonic adaptation? That means your brand new luxury item just becomes your boring everyday baseline in like 3 weeks. But the bill stays forever. Then there's mental accounting, which tricks your brain into treating a tax refund like it's free money instead of capital you desperately need. And fee drag. Oh man, this one is shocking. A tiny, seemingly harmless 1% investment fee can quietly eat up to 15% of your lifetime gains. If you try to fight these thieves with willpower alone, they will easily wipe out a third of your potential net worth. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, true wealth is what you don't see. Real wealth is not the loud sports car, the giant house upgrade, or the flashy watch on your feet. It's the quiet investments, the unspent money. It's the financial assets silently compounding in the background while you sleep. Let's dive into Section 5, Automate Your Wealth Machine. Here is exactly why systems beat willpower every single time. Look, discipline is a finite biological resource. It's pretty much completely depleted by 8 p.m. anyway. So the professional builder doesn't rely on memory or fleeting motivation. And please, do not suffocate yourself in some massive spreadsheet with 50 different line items. Just organize your money into these 3 buckets of sanity. Needs at 50%, wants at 30%, and whims at 20%. By setting a hard cap on whims, you instantly create this amazing, guilt-free pressure valve for spending. Once that whims bucket is empty, you stop spending. It really is that simple.
So here is how this actually plays out on payday. At 9 a.m., boom, your paycheck lands in your account. By 9:01 a.m., your keep rate, your savings, automatically transfers out to a completely separate bank, out of sight, out of mind. Then, by 9:02 a.m., your needs and bills auto-pay. By instantly rounding your keep rate away before you can even emotionally bond with that money, you effortlessly bypass Parkinson's law, which basically says your expenses will always rise to meet your income. You are literally forcing your lifestyle to adapt to whatever is left over.
Now, to make sure you don't get complacent, you have to act like a 20-minute CEO. Just look at the difference here. An amateur relies on random bursts of motivation and ends up panic-checking their bank app at the end of the month. But the builder, they follow a preset one-page code. They do a strict 20-minute weekly review just to verify the machine is running smoothly. And when a windfall hits, like a bonus, the builder fires 80% straight into wealth building and keeps 20% for guilt-free fun. The amateur, they blow 100% on lifestyle upgrades. This simple shift turns a chaotic financial life into a boring, predictable, and highly profitable machine. Finally, we arrive at Section 6, the ultimate dividend, and exactly why we build a machine in the first place. All of this mechanical engineering we've talked about, it builds up to the ultimate psychological payoff. The true purpose of this entire explainer is not just to hoard capital or die with the biggest high score in your bank account. No way. The goal is to purchase time freedom. It's the ability to wake up every single morning and do whatever you want, with whoever you want, for exactly as long as you want. Having that level of control over your own time is literally the strongest predictor of human happiness. So, I'll leave you with this. As you look at your own financial choices today, you've got to ask yourself a tough question. Are you actively building your wealth, or are you just financing your ego? This is your moment to step out of that consumer mindset. Embrace the power of the builder persona and take absolute control of your financial growth. The blueprint is right here in front of you. The only question is, are you ready to start building?